I've been at the Park District for over 20 years, and I was raising kids and doing my job and all that stuff, and I thought, I don't even know what that trail looks like, you know, on the east side of town or whatever. That's kind of what prompted me to start the whole walking every mile of every trail that we have.
Hey everyone, my name is Sarah, and today we are on Hay Creek Trail in the middle of Bismarck. And we're here to talk about urban trails and how they're available to people across the city. Man, and we're hitting just about the right time. Like, some of the leaves are off, but all the ash are still turning yellow.
We have an amazing trail system. You get the views, which I think is so cool.
And it kind of feels like you're a little out of the city, even though you're right here in the middle.
Right in the middle.
Yeah.
The thing I personally kind of like about this Hay Creek one is at the far end, it ends in a really steep incline. It's not accessible, but it's a really steep incline, and then there's stairs. And so like if you were looking at like some high level exercise, you get to a point where you're doing this huge steep incline and taking some stairs, and then you end up on 26th Street, just south of Sleepy Hollow. And then you can connect at Sleepy Hollow to continue on the Hay Creek that takes you like to Rosser. So I mean, it's this huge connector. And I like these bridges. I like this trail. I love turtles. I like to see if I can catch one sunning themselves on the side in the summer.
That's fun.
And all the trails are really easily accessible. They're usually around a park, so you can park near a park and check out that if you wanted to. I would encourage anybody to just try all of our trails. They're a lot relatively flat. We do have some with elevation changes, so they're accessible for strollers or people using a wheelchair or just maybe limited mobility.
Well, and most of them are, except for the very specific ones that aren't paved, the majority are paved and quite smooth.
Yes, they are.
Oh, and there's a hawk out battling the wind.
Yep. We keep over 90% of our trails cleared during the winter months. Yeah, we really want to encourage people to be outside year round.
Yeah.
Get outside, walk a trail, go cross country skiing.
I think that's a larch there. They lose their needles like leaves every year. Cool time of year to be out here because everything's turning different colors.
The other thing about our having urban trails and these areas like right next to neighborhoods are really safe to walk on. I mean, these trails, they're so well planned.
For an under road crossing, this is really kind of cool.
I really like this area too. I mean, this is obviously the golf course, but it's such a pretty golf course. And there's always a lot of birds and geese, and especially in this area. So and then all of a sudden you're on 19th Street, you know,
and then there's 19th Street.
You kind of pop out and you're like, okay, I'm right in the city.
You have these little maps all over, right?
We do. So this is where we started.
Yep.
And then ended. But yeah, you can take that thing all the way down to Rosser right now. This Sleepy Hollow too, right off the paved trail, there's a 4-mile off-road trail that is really nice, and it takes you down into some really wooded area, and there's switchbacks, and it takes you up on a big hill. I would highly recommend people try that one if they're looking for like a hike experience.
Yeah, a hike experience without having to leave the city.
Yep.
Thank you so much for coming with us.
No problem. Yeah, this will connect us. And
it has been so great to come out here to Hay Creek Trail and see all of the recreation opportunities that Bismarck has to offer. And again, a big thank you to Bismarck Parks and Recreation and to Renee for coming out on this hike with us today.